Have you ever felt like the world was telling you no? Like every door you knocked on was slammed shut right in your face? Today, we are going to talk about a man who heard the word no more times than most of us can even imagine. His name is Jack Ma. You may know him as the founder of Alibaba, one of the biggest companies on the entire planet. He is a billionaire, a global icon, a true force of nature. But the story I want to share with you isn't about the billions. It's not about the fame. It's about the heart of a man who simply refused to give up. A man who saw every failure not as a wall, but as a stepping stone. Let's go back to the beginning, to a young boy growing up in Hangzhou, China. From an early age, Jack Ma faced failure. Think about this. He took his primary school exams 2 times before he passed. He tried 3 times to pass his middle school exams. When it came time for college, the entrance exams were a huge hurdle. He failed them not once, but twice. After finally graduating, the real world seemed to have even more no's waiting for him. He applied for jobs. So many jobs. He has said that he applied for 30 different positions and was rejected by every single one. He even went to apply for a job at Kentucky Fried Chicken when they first came to his city. 24 people went for the interview. 23 were hired. Jack was the only one who was turned away. He was collecting rejections the way other people collect stamps, and with each one, his resolve only grew stronger. He was learning a deep and profound lesson that would serve him later in life. That rejection is not a reflection of your worth, but simply a redirection on your journey. Then in 1995, he took a trip to the United States. A friend showed him something he had never seen before, the internet. His friend told him he could find anything on the internet. So, Jack, being curious, typed the word beer into the search engine. He saw American beer, German beer, but he couldn't find a single mention of Chinese beer. It was in that exact moment that the seed of an idea was planted in his mind. He saw a massive gap, a huge opportunity. He realized he could use this new technology, the internet, to connect China's small businesses with the rest of the world. Full of excitement, he returned to China and decided to start his own business. His first 2 ventures were not successful. He started a translation company and then a business called China Pages. But Jack held on to that spark. He believed in the power of the internet with every fiber of his being. In 1999, Jack Ma was ready to try again. He gathered 17 of his friends and students in his small apartment. He didn't have money to offer them. All he had was a powerful, compelling vision. That day, in that tiny apartment, Alibaba was born. The early days were incredibly difficult. They were burning through cash with very little to show for it. Jack and his team worked tirelessly, often sleeping in the office, fueled by passion and instant noodles. To solve the trust problem, Jack Ma came up with a brilliant idea: Alipay. It was a system where the payment would be held by a third party and only released to the seller once the buyer confirmed they had received the goods. He famously said, "If someone has to go to jail for this, I will go." That's how much he believed in it. So what is the secret? What is the one thing we can all take away from the incredible life of Jack Ma? It is this: you must believe in your tomorrow. You must believe in your dream, even when no one else does. Jack Ma's success was not an accident. It was the direct result of a mindset that refused to accept defeat. He saw every failure, every rejection, every closed door not as a final judgment, but as a lesson. I want you to think about your own life right now. What is the dream you are holding in your heart? Let Jack Ma's story be the fuel for your fire. Your dream is worth fighting for. So the next time someone tells you no, remember the man who was rejected by KFC and Harvard. His secret is not complicated. It is the simple, unwavering, and profound power of never, ever giving up. Believe in yourself, believe in your tomorrow, and keep going.